This is a recording for both Geeia, Ariati, Sophia Rose for reference for whatever future date this recording is used for. Guided by Source, we've been asked to record this session with unknown reasons as to why, or if it will be shared publicly, or for our own marker points. I am Geeia Ariati. I am the Oracle for the 144. I am of sound heart and sound mind. Sophia, would you like to introduce yourself and your role to the collective?
I am Sophia Rose, and I am the eye visionary for the 144 and beyond.
And we are guided to come together as my channel and Sophia's ability with her third eye work together to create a broader range of information for ourselves, for our soul family, and for the human race. And there's an awareness that in the current, if you are watching this for one of the first times, the energy that's present is very intense in the energy field, and there's a lot that's wanting to come through. So that is why the vibrations of both of us is moving quite strongly. So that's the Kundalini current. That's our channels turned straight on, and they're ready to express. And so, in the most recent choice point, there was a choice point that was made yesterday, and it was completed, and overnight there has been a realignment of roles and a speeding up of the predicted forecasts of the tipping points and the recalibration of the chakra systems. And we are tuning into what that realignment, recalibration, and what is here to be brought forth. We're going to take some deep breaths to allow for our bodies to come into a place of receiving this information. Breathing in. And out. Allowing our torus fields to come together as one. Make the channel to be easeful, graceful, of more clarity, as we place a protective field around this space to ensure that there are no outside influences. And that any outside energies cannot penetrate the field of energy that we are held within. That there is a transparency shielding us, and that any projections or any disharmony that is projected into our expression is transmuted instantly and goes to Source, God Creator. As we acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we both reside on, past, present, and emerging. And we ask for safe passage through the realms, and we ask for anchors and supports in our pillars so that we can move through this with the most ease and grace on our bodies. As we ask our vessels to open, that it is safe to receive all of this information. Asking for Happy to come in and assist with protection codes and the masculine stability. As we now ask for Source, the Council of One, and our higher self to bring through the information that is wanting to be received. And there has been a shift in the timeline trajectory that is preparing the bringers of change for a more drastic transition than was expected. That the energetic components of each individual that has continued to choose their soul's path and aligned soul blueprint with their evolved state of being is being rapidly prepared for the upcoming events. These events are taking place. Where are they taking place?
Philippines.
How many days?
Four days from today.
What is the suspected devastation?
It looks almost like a tidal wave going over Philippines and swallowing most of the country. What?
4 days being the 26th of the 4th, 2024 at predicted time. Please confirm this. 7:04 a.m. local.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Time. That this tsunami is generated from the
moving of the chakra points
and the platelets that sit under I feel like I need a word map. I get Torres Strait Islands. You have a look in the you froze. Yeah, Torres Strait Islands is the top of Australia and the bottom of Papua New Guinea. Can you hear me?
World map.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just clicking on the world map.
What can you see? Is it a natural organic shift or is it manipulated?
All right. Oh, Queensland. Oh, Jesus.
If you feel into it, does it feel like it's manipulated?
This is the earth changes that need to happen to shift the chakra, to shift the earth into a new level, a new way of being. This is not due to any manipulation. This is
there is a maneuvering. There's a maneuvering of the energy lights by the Council of One. Oh, fuck. Council of One are taking precautionary action to assist the transition of the chakra points to meet a specific timeline juncture before the agenda of the dark matter consciousness interject with the platelets of
almost beating them at their own game.
pardon?
But it's almost beating them at their own game, but it's actually cleansing the earth on the way.
Why they accelerated the timeline is because if the timeline is accelerated, they move it before the others do. The dark matter consciousness agenda wants to move the platelets from what location? I get Central Australia.
Australia is the pride for them.
Australia is the what?
The prize. The
Prize.
promised land.
What is the contracts they have with the Australian land?
Oh, they're the underground
military bases.
The underground. Yes.
Military bases, I can see them from
My phone won't stay now.
all the way from Cairns
Yes.
down to on the coast down to, it looks like Harvey Bay. And then it pivots inward towards towards the center of Uluru. Is that what you can see?
Yeah, Uluru. It feels like it's just before Harvey Bay. What's that?
1770?
No, but it's
Tin
getting
Can Bay.
warmer. Sorry?
Tin Can Bay?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. It's like up towards Tin Can Bay. I can see like basically a really thick line of like underground energy of darkness all along from Cairns down to there and then in there, like almost like a road of blackness.
It's it's where a lot of the human experimentation. What, Amy? And there are many contracts between the Australian government and the
it was really many, and then I straight away got, when you said many contracts, I got with Saudi Arabia. I don't even know that area.
And they're I can see their faces. The bushes.
You got what?
Those the two presidents, the Bush men.
Oh. There is a contracted agreement between the Australian undercover officials that pull the strings of the parliamentary expressions of the government, otherwise known as the
Nothing to do with the US, because Australia is owned by the US.
I don't know if this is one of the families or anything, but I get the word otherwise known as the Churchills.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
That have agreed to destroy the landmass as a reconstruction of
matter.
of
Almost remolding it into a controllable matter is what I can hear.
confirming that.
But it's like holographic realities that are shifting and changing for ultimate confusion and cognitive dissonance.
It feels as though it is in relation to
Ugh.
having jurisdiction over consciousness. That this arrangement is due to coincide with the transition of the land structure as a way to
Something that's
I get the word disproportion the consciousness and create a further separation point where the beings that choose dissension are controllable as an army through the AI intelligence that has been injected into the genetic chromosomal vessel. And their intention is to cause a further split of consciousness where there are two realities, so that the beings that have severed from source are completely controllable by the matrix constructs that have been being put in place since the beginning of the Earth's creation.
Yes.
Is there anything additional that you get with that?
There are it's like separate to that, but there's also minerals in the in this land is being kept and easier to manipulate because it's already heavily manipulated by the I hear the word fracking, but I don't even know what it means.
Oh, I know. Let me quickly Google. Fracking, I've heard of that.
There's already energetic distortions within that.
Fracking means the short for hydraulic, which is short for hydraulic fracturing, the process of creating fractures in rock and rock formation by injecting specialized fluids into cracks to form them to open further. So opening the earth?
Yeah, which is causing further distortions within the earth, which is to be felt in the earth frequency.
They want to open. They want to open the inner earth up. Oh, goodness, my authority.
Agatha, bringing Agatha up to the surface. That's so the underworld will be full of
As you are aware, you are both witnessing and seeing the level of devastation that is possible on the Earth's crust at this point in time, as there are two possible realities that can coexist by dividing land masses into specific dimensional consciousness. When you bring forth a lower dimension from the inner earth through the manipulation, you see the possibility of heaven and hell coexisting.
It will be a second dimensional frequency.
Indiana, you will literally have land that's functioning from a fifth dimensional consciousness and land that is functioning from a two-dimensional consciousness. This would be considered quite catastrophic for the galactic constellations and other parallel universes based on their connections to this experience, that in further separation and dividing Earth into two, that certain planetary systems and races would further fragment into dividing poles. What that means is that there are specific beings that would not be further unifying in evolution, but instead the war of light against dark, as your human brains perceive it, would become further mutated.
Having the two polarities would also open up portals within the earth and the higher dimensions, which will cause a lot more activity. What's this? Events, catastrophic events.
Yeah, and a leak in the ability to maintain this reality, it would become a land that is free for all, in that the guardian portal to enter the Earth's experience would dissipate, and there would be multiple entry points from different galactic stargates. That would mean that extraterrestrial life could cohabitate on Earth.
There will also be many souls that cannot cope with the level of activity and will be leaving the Earth. Many, 3/4 of the population will be leaving. Oh,
Quarters of the population will be leaving on our current timeline. And they will be journeying to parallel universes where there are similar expressions of Earth life to maintain their evolution of consciousness. Or returning back from the space-time continuum that they contracted themselves in visitation of this reality. The increase and the rapid speeding up of the movement of the chakra point is in the awareness that this is the current timeline that you have witnessed, where you will have a dual reality. Oh, fuck. And that the individual beings like yourself and your higher selves are working in overdrive to move the connection points of the grids and cosmic pathways to relocate the chakra system as quickly as possible.
it looks like the path down the ley lines to the new chakra points is going to cause, where it's not on sea, where it goes through Earth, I can see like land eruption, like almost a bubbling up of the land, and like earthquake type things along the ley lines.
Where as the land opens to move the chakra system through the earth, there will be collapse of land forms through the fracture point, where the earth will swallow large masses of of large masses of
Humanity.
yeah.
What?
Confirming that. This is a necessary loss as a preventative to
Dark agenda.
and greater predictions of human suffering. And that there is a requirement to do what is needed in the betterment for the collective, galactic, and creation of what is of the highest good for all. This transition time will be underway for the next
4 months? No. Yeah. 4 weeks. What?
Pending timeline. If you stay on your current trajectory, where there will be a split of consciousness and reality on the earth, it will be a 4-month period. And if there is success in the transition into the new predicted timeline, it will take approximately  I'm not getting anything here.
It feels like we're firmly on this timeline at the moment, and that's why the other timeline's not.
Showing dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. The time can not be solidified as currently now. It is only a prediction of a possible reality. That may shift pending individual choice on your planet. There is an awareness that both of you, being that of prophetic visionaries in your own right, are being asked and guided to share this insight beyond your intimate connections as a way to prepare and remind those of why they came. If they do not see the severity of their not choosing, their mission directive will be lost, and their choices have consequential action for the entire creation space. Although we do not like to bring beings into alignment through fear, we are aware that your human narrative sometimes requires a reality check. And that without the full truth, you continue to live the illusion and denial.
I think also that it's important that we go through the world map and give a clear guidance as to where the chakra points are going to move and what is going to be happening in between the chakra points, to give a clear direction and path forward.
Of land that will be considered safe and high vibrational, and land that could fall into descended consciousness. That the best way for you both to share is to be authentic, to share from your truest expression, just as you are now. That this aspect of your being is what will assist others to see your heart and the integrity of truth in the word that you are gifting from. That by witnessing you in a state such as your present moment, there is very little ability for the human mind to reject what is there for each individual. In this awareness, pending your own directives, this can shift, change, and transform. Yet as you are witnessing, you can see that the earth's chakras are both rainbow plasma light and gun metal, right? What I'm seeing is like two overlapping chakras almost.
Almost looks like one of those silver Tesla pendants.
I don't know if I've seen these, but I just like had the two moon thing that happened on the eclipse come up in my brain. And I was being shown both that there's the two moons And I don't know if you saw that video of where the line in the sky was actually cut in half, and they had one side that was dark and one side that was light.
That's what we're coming into in the earth now. The war of dark and light that will be at the forefront.
Currently, there is nothing more for the council to share, as this has been enough on your nervous systems and the energetic recalibration required for you both, and what will transpire on completion of this information. Are you being shown anything else?
I just keep getting told the Philippines, the Philippines. That's the first point of.
Okay. In the awareness that we've just been told that we need to share this on a public forum. Ooh. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm just witnessing the intensifying of everything. And the calling of the stepping forward in a larger way.
I myself actually didn't expect to see that.
Sorry?
I didn't expect to see that. Like, I'm not surprised at all. There's no part of me that's in shock of what we just uncovered.
No.
But there is this, I guess, real reality landing with all of the prophetic, all of the conversations that we've had, all of the information that we've been provided, and having kept that between the two of us, basically, and a few pieces being shared, that there is this discomfort within me of sharing something this precise, right? And the fear and the what I worked through today was the fear of creating fear through the dark feminine. So I know that that's why I needed to move through, because I've been protecting humanity of the chaos and the covert and the experiencing terror and fear. That's what I've been doing. And so I can see why being a truth speaker in its fullness is speaking truth, and the response that is there for each individual will be what they need for themselves in that activation, in those triggers, in the awareness.
I guess we've sort of seen this coming for a while. We've been working with these underworld energies for a long time. And for very good reason. Oh.
So we know them inside out, upside down.
Yeah. Yeah.
The energy of Agatha, the energy of the underworld, the separation of the demonic consciousness, the inversion templates, like.
I know. And now it's all about to be front side. It's all about to become reality, not somewhere that we journey to. It's about to come so everyone will see it, not just those that are journeying down there to fix things. It's like these things. Sorry.
There you go.
these things that people would not even believe are about to be front and center, so they cannot
Right.
question or not believe them now. It's
going to be a real shock to a lot of people. You know, like we are extremely advanced consciousness in having a human experience, but you know, it's taken us our entire life and previous to train to get to this point, right? It's like
all past lives have been working towards this point to be ready for this point.
To be stable, to be able to actually see it and not to be at the effect of it.
Yeah. Oh.
Really big stuff.
Holy ravioli.
Pardon?
What's that? What did you say?
I said pardon.
Oh, no, just yeah. It's a lot. A lot of people weren't ready.
Yeah. Oh, so just before I press stop on the recording, if you are receiving this, real, live, raw, vulnerable, behind the scenes in our reality and what we see, deal with in every moment. And hoping that this message is gifted with the empowerment, the sovereignty, and the choice and the realization that is possible to receive a message like this. That my desire is not to cause further separation, but to cause awareness and bring awareness to being able to choose from each present moment what is true in the current reality, and to not continue delusion and denial, so that we can nourish those beings and ourselves as we move through this transition point. If you have received this, please be gentle on yourself, because you're probably not going to receive it as calmly as what we are. And if you need to reach out for any energetic support or quantum healing, please reach out to me, myself, or Sophia, and we will return with the next map and the steps forward when we are guided.